Okay, so like 5 minutes of that didn't record. So I'm gonna just take it from the top. Take it from the top. Anyway, quick, I wanted to start making some more videos when I get some ideas in my, put them down so I remember experiences really too, more so. But, so I'm stopping at the Cumbies stop, getting a coffee. That's how we say it in the Rhode Island, in the 401. Coffee. I'm not even in the 401 anyway. I'm in the 603 right now, but that's how I say it now. Coffee. The Cumbies coffee place. It's delicious, and it's only $1.08. $1.08. So yeah, I have to vacuum out my car today. Vacuum it out, clean it up. But so I'm listening to a video. I'm at the stop. I'm not getting any plugs for this right here. But let's throw this. It's recyclable now, I guess. I don't know. Garbage. Fuck! I put so much sugar in that thing. This is December. It's my last. I'm starting a thing. I'm like, all right. Come the new year, the only excuse I have right now is this whole time issue, right? Like, if when this time comes, I'm gonna do this. So up until now, that's the only thing I'm waiting on, right? It's just this period of time to come. So I tell myself, if this period of time comes, when this period of time comes, and you don't start doing these things, like not putting 17 fucking sugars. I don't know how many I put in there. I hit the button. Like, they got a button thing at Cumbies, so you just hit the button and sugar just pours out. It's fucking silly, dude. Like, might as well just put my face under there and just dump it. I got a problem with it. It's becoming a problem. No. Could be worse. Anyway. This guy's vacuuming. And if that time comes, typical time, January 1st, and I don't start making these changes and adjusting making some adjustments to my pattern, my orbit, whatever, my routine, whatever you want to call it, adjustments, positive pattern routine, then I'm just a lazy fucker, because, like, that's the excuse I'm using right now. I'm waiting for this time to come, and then that time will come. And if nothing happens, it's not the time's fault. Because I could actually start doing it now, you know what I mean? I know it's just a reason, but anyway, back on topic. I'm listening to this video as I'm picking up the coffee and stuff, and I'm getting into it because it's got it's about the Sioux, Lakota, back when European settlers came, how they were pretty aggressive with taking what they wanted. Needless to say, this video is quite descriptive, and it talks about other things, but it's kind of, hits you emotionally, and you stop feeling like, they start talking about the buffaloes, and you realize the reason they killed all these buffaloes, like, they said, oh, like, it was a good thing. What they were doing is they were stocking up the government so that the people couldn't be doing it themselves, because the buffalo were just abundant. They were abundance for people, you know what I mean? So it's like, if we take that away from the people, so we'll go out and kill fucking, I don't even know, it's a lot. You guys know the stories, like millions of them. Saw the pictures, it's like standing on top of it, looked like the Lion King, you know what I mean? That scene with the graveyard, where it was all dead buffaloes, and they you know what I mean? We could have really, but the government took all that, and now they took all the food, and they took all the, that's how it started back in the 1800s, like, so it's like, whatever, start with killing all those, and they were like, that was like, think about that, how profitable that would be for a civilization to have those things just running around, and you can't pluck them off a million at a time. You just take one here and there as you need it, sacredly, like the Native Americans did. They treated things sacredly, and they treated the land like their fathers before them and their fathers before that, and everything seemed to work out for some reason. It's like nothing was ever even fucked with, things just worked, and the things got changed around, started killing this. Anyway, so what I found out is they had a hard time, like, this is where it gets personal, they had a hard time getting the because they didn't want to sign over the Blackfoot Hills. They didn't want to sign these hills over to people that just wanted to rape and pillage the land. They were pretty much doing that anyway. They were like killing kids and all their horses and just like leaving them with nothing. And they were still like, we're not giving you this is not even this is sacred land. Like we can't just like sign it over to you. Like no, it's not. We're so they didn't. So we said, you know what, we're going to go against the Constitution. We're going to go against the Constitution and take it anyway because, you know what, you guys don't want to fucking sign it over. We want it. We're taking it. So, yeah, they went against the Constitution and they invaded the Blackfoot Hills and killed anyone that was against them, against the Constitution. That's how they... So, this is where it gets personal because... Not getting into heritage too much, but I wish I could. I put this on quick after I heard it, so I don't remember. But the man's last name that was against what was happening, what the European settlers were doing, what they were doing. I wish I could read into it more. If I adjust the video, I will look into it more, and I'll give you the exact name. But the last name was Whipple. That's my heritage. So. It started feeling even more personal knowing that, you know what, at least there were some people that did stand up against this and did say something, and it's on record. And this person that was made a big stink about it actually is, and that's why I think I feel so deeply about it today, is because on both sides, I think I was involved in it, you know what I mean, the Native American side and the European side. I believe a lot of us were, but anyway, this is really what stems with a lot what's wrong with the country is how it's all twisted up. It's because we're going against these things. Like the people that put these things in place are going against them. You know what I mean? It's like government is to protect man from itself. You know what I mean? And the government's the one that's fucking harming man more than anyone. Come on. It's not the way it was intended to be. And if you do things the way they're not intended to be for a long time, depending time, what is time, whatever. But if you continue to do it, stop feeling repercussions. It's cause and effect. That's what this reality is. That's a universal law, cause and fucking effect. So shit's gonna start to happen, and all these things that happened in the past that shouldn't have, that threw us off balance, are going to have to be readjusted. We're going to have to do that with a generation of kids that actually give a shit. So let's start with them. Tell them you love them. Love each other. Go love yourself.